the coming weeks, or hopefully by the end of the summer. So stay tuned for that for sure. Another question is, what kind of playable games are we going to get this year? There are going to be some cool playable things. Steam starts tomorrow with the Steam Game Festival. And one of the things that I'm really excited about this year is there's just so much interesting content across the industry and so many games. Like I was watching this weekend the PC Gaming Show, Guerrilla Collective, Future Game Show. There's so many amazing games from big studios. Like today is a big game, Star Wars Squadrons, but they're also smaller studios that are also doing really interesting titles, and I'm excited that people are going to get to play some of those. Like around the Game Awards, we did the Game Festival, which was really exciting, and it involved a bunch of teams kind of showcasing a ton of their content. So pretty exciting to see all the great stuff that's coming from all these different studios across the board, which is really nice. All right, guys. Well, that is it for now. I will be back soon with more details. One more question. Any information about prices for the Xbox Series X and PS5? I don't really know when we're going to get that information. Sony showed the hardware for the first time last week. I think it's going to be later in the summer when we find out about prices for those systems, pre-orders, all that stuff. It has to be sort of figured out. So I don't think it's imminent that we're going to get pricing on that stuff. I would think maybe later this summer. I don't know. I mean, partially, I'm sure these companies are figuring out how many consoles they can make, given the changes of the global supply chain this year with the pandemic and whatnot. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. And everyone's debating like, what are they going to cost? I still think it's amazing the technology you get in these consoles compared to PC and the prices, right? So people are debating, is it going to be $399 or $499? We'll see. And with Xbox this year, they're saying that Phil Spencer said he doesn't really even mind if you get the box this year or not, and games like Halo Infinite are going to play on your current Xbox. So it's going to be an interesting year in transition. Sony is very much saying that they believe in generational leaps, and they are making games that are just for PlayStation 5, whereas Xbox is saying, hey, all our games you can play on your current Xbox, play on PC or Series X. So it's sort of a different philosophy in how they're approaching things. And we'll see sort of how that impacts price and other things they're doing. But anyways, something definitely to think about how that all comes together. Let's see. Does Beyond Good and Evil 2 still exist? It's a great question. I assume it does. Michel Ancel is an incredible developer. We've been waiting many years for that. Ubisoft has their event in July, Ubisoft Forward. I think it's July 11th. So hopefully we'll get some details on that game there. And Ubisoft actually has a bunch of stuff that they've announced, right? They have Watch Dogs. They have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I think there's that Skull and Bones game. There's that other game, Gods and Monsters, that they announced last year, which just last week came out that I guess they've like renamed it or changed it. So there's that. So that's like 4 or 5 games already that are announced that we haven't even heard more on. And then we'll see what else Ubisoft might have to share, which would be good. Jeff, how are you doing? Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Last week was really energizing with PlayStation 5. I was really excited about that. I think we've got some great events coming up. And this has been different for me this year. Like normally, E3 will have just wrapped up. I usually go on a vacation after that. This year, there's no E3. There's no vacation. I'm just kind of here prepping Summer Game Fest stuff and working on lots of things. So it's different this year, but I don't mind it. It's been really fun to connect with everyone directly here. When we do the Game Awards and E3 and all these events, people co-stream them, and I'm always so fascinated by that. And now it's fun to actually like be co-streaming with people and kind of having this experience with you guys directly on Twitch and these platforms. So yeah, I'm kind of having fun with it. It's unexpected. Let's see. Do I want E3 next year? Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. I love E3. I've been to every E3 for 25 years, and that's something that is really important to me. I love E3. I think E3 needs to evolve, and part of what this summer was about just kind of trying some new formats and experiences to see how people respond to it. We'll see. I mean, E3's announced dates for next June. I'm hope that I can be a part of it and be there. And if not E3, we'll figure out something else, and Summer Game Fest may come back, or I don't know. We're really kind of just we're in the middle of Summer Game Fest. We're learning a lot, right? We're only 6 or 7 weeks into it. We've got a few more months to go. So I don't know. We'll see in the fall how things come together. But believe me, we'll find a way to kind of share video game news. Jeff, are you nervous about tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Steam Game Festival, I guess. No, I'm not nervous about tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a great day, just like the other days. The festival, Steam has done an amazing job. That's really them curating all those games and all that content for tomorrow, and we're just amplifying it. So I'm excited for them to share more. I know a little bit about some of the games that'll be there and some of the content, and there's going to be a lot of stuff for people to play. So I'm really, really excited about that. Jeff, do you have any cool gaming stuff in that room? Yeah, I've got my Ratchet and Clank back there. I've got my Batarang from Rocksteady. Not a tease of any new Batman game. People keep asking me that. I've got my Beaker from the Muppets. You remember him from the Game Awards? And then I've got a duck from Kojima Productions. Let me show you my duck. Hold on. Kojima Productions duck right here. Look at that. All right. Exclusive duck reveal. You guys stuck around. It was worth it. All right, just a couple more questions, and I need to get going to some meetings. How's the final hours of Half-Life coming along? Final hours of Half-Life Alex. Yeah, I just had a long, 3-hour meeting with our development team yesterday. We're almost done. I know I've been saying that for a while. We were very ambitious of what we wanted to do with that. And it's looking amazing. I'm really proud of it. It's the biggest Final Hours project I've done. If you guys don't know, Final Hours is where I kind of go inside the development studio of an upcoming game and sort of chronicle the story of the making of that game. Final Hours of Half-Life Alyx is a story about Half-Life Alyx, the new VR game from Valve, but it's also a look back at the past decade of Valve and all the things that have gone on. So there's a fair amount of kind of news and information in there that I think people will find interesting. And yeah, we're like 90 to 95% done. So again, we're doing a lot of interesting technical things with it, which I'm really excited about. It's taking a little bit longer than we thought to pull everything together. But yeah, I think in a matter of weeks, you guys will definitely be able to check it out, and I'm excited to do it. I'll probably do like a live stream here on online to read you some of it or show you some of it. So I'm really excited about it. And yeah, Summer Game Fest hasn't really impacted it. I finished my writing of it a couple of months ago, and now we've just been in development. So I check in with the developers and they get ready for it. Is there a story mode for Star Wars Squadrons? Yes, they confirmed there is a single-player version. It's a 5v5 multiplayer game, but there will be a campaign. How long that is and all the details, we'll have to interview someone from EA to talk about that, but there definitely is a single-player version. Let's see. Oh, yeah, notice my shirt says Alex. Yeah, that's just a fashion brand. It's not tied to the Half-Life game. Any news about the Elder Scrolls 6? No, I think Pete Hines from Bethesda said recently that it'll be a while till we hear about Elder Scrolls 6. Starfield is the next Todd Howard game. So yeah, I don't think you're going to hear Elder Scrolls 6 news as part of Summer Game Fest. Same thing where people are like, where's Grand Theft Auto 6? Where's all these other games? I think the trend now is companies are, there's shorter PR cycles on these games. So obviously Todd Howard teased people with Elder Scrolls 6 a couple of years ago at E3 with just literally the title reveal. But I think it's going to be a while until we hear more on that one. Could be wrong, but that's just my guess. Dying Light 2, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, the Techland guys, they've shown that a few times, and it's kind of disappeared. Hopefully we'll hear more this summer at some point around it. Let's see. Any news on Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel? No, but I guess that was that last? Yeah, it was last E3, right? There was that little teaser trailer. So hopefully we'll hear more on that soon. Let's see. What happens with PSVR for the next generation? Great question. I don't know. I'm not sure if the current PSVR will work with the PS5 or if there'll be a PSVR 2 or what to expect. Great question. I mean, I'm a big fan of VR stuff. Half-Life Alyx is tons of fun. One of my favorite games this year that happens to be in VR. So hopefully we'll hear more about that soon. Let's see. What's up with Blizzard? Blizzard, I think, is going to have stuff kind of throughout the summer. There was going to be a World of Warcraft Shadowlands stream, I think, last week that got rescheduled because of all the protests in the States. So I don't think they've announced a new date for that, but when they are ready to announce that, we'll definitely be covering that. live on Summer Game Fest. Let's see. Jeff, what's your go-to RGB color? And COLOUR, so you must be Canadian or British. Um, I don't know. I usually like blues. Blues is probably my favorite color, so somewhere in the blue tone. I don't know exactly the RGB number, but my keyboard has like blue hues to it, so it's whatever that RGB color is. Um, let's see. Yeah, you guys, all these updates. What's up with Sly? When are we getting a new Sly Cooper? When are we getting an upcoming Sims game? Any news on a Shadow of War sequel? So much stuff. I don't know, guys. There's lots to happen across the summer. I'm glad we're also excited about games. We'll be back over the next few days. I'll do some streams. I'll definitely be streaming on Thursday around EA Play and what EA is putting together for that. So stay tuned for that. We'll get more on Star Wars Squadrons. And yeah, stay tuned. More Summer Game Fest to come. But for now, enjoy your day. Hopefully you guys are having a good summer wherever you are. And we will be back with more Summer Game Fest. Check summergamefest.com for updates and all the events. You can sign up there for notifications. And I've got to go to my 8:30 meeting here. So thanks for watching, guys. Summer Game Fest continues. We will see you soon.